Hello everyone, this is my guide this week for how to farm the Nick sets or the Behemoth Hides for Nicholas the Traveler this week. This week he wants 10 hides. There are two zones we can farm, so I'm here starting in the Dragoner or Bastion here, and then we can also start from Generous Horde. I wanted to start in the Wilderness of Bazda, or Badza, to show this group. So this one has a little bit fewer packs. This one is not usually the go-to area I farm, because I like to do the longer route that has more behemoths at a time. This one will only have 3 groups and will only have, I think, 9. But just start out. We'll start out here, so there's one of the groups. And the wiki will show the groups down here, but sometimes this third group is actually up here in front of us. So we'll start up here on this one. Okay. I am using the Signet of Spirits, the SoS Ritualist, to solo these, and then on normal mode. I've noticed, I've tried the hard mode and the normal mode. I think the drop rate is about the same. Doesn't really make a difference, and you want to do the normal mode just to kill more at a time to get a higher drop rate anyway. So something like this, get these. And then down here for these next 2 groups also. It is a little bit better to kill the Gravebanes first, because they'll make the bone minions. So you can have a little bit faster clears if you take those out first to have a little bit less bone minions come out. Okay. We'll see how many we get to drop as well. Usually when I do the other route, we'll get there in just a second, and then usually one more group down here. Perfect. We'll target the Gravebane first. See if we get any to drop in this run. So it's usually just those 3. Those are screens over there, and so we will take those out. And then we'll switch over to the other area. So that's the first area, just those 3 packs. And then I prefer this one in the Vehjin mines from Generous Horde. And then if you are going to be farming the area a lot, then you can do S, and you can do back in, double tap S again, and you can zone back out. That way when you type /resign, it will reset you right there at the entrance. Okay. And then we also farm the Vehjin mines. So we'll run up here, and this one has quite a long path that you can get a lot in a row. So this one will take me sometimes about 10 minutes to clear this whole one, and then I can get anywhere from 1 to 3 hides to drop. I think the unluckiest I was is I did 3 full runs and I didn't get any hides. So you can get really unlucky, but that was really that was uncommon. I'll usually get 1 to 3 a run. Okay, and we'll start here. It can help to have the spirits block where you put them against the wall. start to make bone minions. So there's our first hide. Nice. In this run. And let's try not to... There we go. This is we've only got one left, but you can get a lot of bone minions, and it can just make it take a lot longer than it needs to. But it happens. But you know, that's part of the pull. Otherwise, the pulls are not too difficult. This is a pretty chill farm. This is really good farm to do something on your other monitor or whatever. Behind the minion, or behind the spirits. This is a whole grade bin pack again, so we'll probably have some bone minions. And then we did get, we're a little bit low health, so let's back up. Try not to have him cast more spells on us. And if we need to, we've got the plus 60 health staff. If it gets to where 60 health might save us, we can do that. And that will give us more. A little bruised after that one, that's okay. Set this next one up here. Only one more Great Bane. Okay. Maybe we can take him out. Nice. As long as they stay on the spirits, you can move around a little bit. Don't want to do it too much. For that one, if we got that Grave Bane, that should help this pack go a little bit faster, actually. Oh, it's moving towards us. Group is about dead. This is probably one of the more difficult pulls with this boss. Especially if you have get a lot of bone minions and get a lot of stuff going on too, that can make it more difficult. Oh, we get the scythe. Sometimes he will drop down, so he's got the green on his drop that he can drop. And then some daggers. Okay. Sometimes he'll drop 2 hides. Actually, that's what you can check for. Is sometimes that boss mob will actually drop 2 at a time. We'll do spirits right there, and hopefully get a few more drops in this round. Let's see what we can do. Reset the spirits. Pressing on. Okay, there we go. There's another hide for this run. We're at 2 so far here. A little bit of gray veins in this one. This might be a longer pull. We'll reset the spirits. Yeah, this is the Signet of Spirits build. Pretty powerful once you get the right rhythm and you get all the mobs attacking your spirits correctly. You can make it do a lot of content. Okay. So we still have a few more packs here. Sometimes, depending on your preference, you'll get about this far and then you'll reset instead of just coming up here. I preferred the longer pull, the longer run. I preferred to be out here longer, and so that's why I liked this side better. And then this was the last group this way. So past this, there's a different mob type. So we get this group, and then we backtrack and head north, more north. Good kill there. Oh, left side, we'll reset the spirits. Pull back here. We do have some debuffs on us. Let's see if we can back up. So they'll usually go to renew the debuffs once they go to expire. So that's what you want to avoid, is the renewal once you get it on you. Or the hexes. Conditions. Okay. Pretty good run so far. 2 drops. That's pretty solid. See if we can get a little bit more. I think only one of them did minions. That's great. Oh, we did minions twice, but that's okay. We did get another hide. That's 3 hides for this run. Very good, very good. Okay, and we'll press a little bit further north. There are a few more mobs up here. So sometimes you'll reset right there and go back to town and then start again. I do like to come up here. There's a few more. Okay, and usually about here is good. This is a bigger pole too, but you can just usually use the cliff and bat and retreat as needed, like this. They'll usually get stuck along the cliff. Make sure you don't get stuck in the graves. Okay, so he starts to run towards us, so we'll get the minions again. Oh, they're low health. Let's try not to die. Just do this. We might need the 60 health staff, so we'll try that. See if that saves us. Maybe not. If we would have stayed in combat, the vampirism would have saved us. Oops. There is the restaurant nearby though, so we'll reset and we'll run up here again. Just up here like this. Switch back there, and then we'll close this. Out. Three drops so far in this one. That's pretty great. That's average. No, I don't want to say that's average. Maybe 1 or 2 is average, but that's a super solid run. And we can still get more, so you can still get more to drop. And then the unluckiest I got was I did 3 full clears of this, and I didn't get a single one. That was the unluckiest I've ever been. So hopefully you have better luck than I do, and you don't get quite that unlucky. Okay. There's these 2. And these 2. And we're about there. I think that's about it, because these ones are a different mob up here. Yep, I think that's it. So you come up here and clear this area, and that's the thing. That's the thing. And then resign. Double tap S and reset and go again. So usually I'll do that for half an hour to an hour, and you should have enough for the Nick set. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit faster, but depends, or it just depends. Also depends on your kill speed and if you're having to reset a whole lot from deaths, which happens. It's okay. There we go. So thank you everyone for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have to mention the algorithm as well. Alright, good luck on your sets, and go out there and get some Ecto and get your gifts of the Traveler. Thanks everyone.